Hi, I'm Nalini Mahadevan and I'm an attorney at MLO Law LLC. We are located in Clayton, Missouri, and we specialize in the areas of immigration, estate planning, elder law, and special needs trusts. Today I'm going to talk about the Presidential Proclamation that was recently issued and which was effective on the midnight of June 23rd, 2020, and which will be valid until December 31st of 2020. The reason I started wanting to talk to you today was because we received a call in the morning from H-1B visa holder who was stuck in secondary inspection at the airport, and he was asked the question, what is H-1B mean? What does B stand for in the H-1B? When he called our office frantically, we explained that he did not need to know what the section number meant. And we actually thought that perhaps he did not have the proper stamping in his passport, or since the consulate overseas was closed, he was unable to get a current stamping. I mean, there were so many other valid reasons that went through our minds rather than him knowing what H-1B meant. So finally, after we gave him the answer, because he insisted that's what they were asking him, that is the only question he was being asked, we said, okay, this is the answer. And so he supplied the answer, and after 45 minutes of waiting in secondary inspection, he was finally released to enter the United States. Of course, it's my opinion only that maybe somebody was trying to fool with him or just teasing him, but I think that seems to be the current climate. Anyway, we have all got to be aware of what this proclamation is and what are the impacts on our lives as immigrants into the United States. So this affects people overseas, and it affects non-immigrant visa holders mainly, H-1B, H-2B, H-4, L-1, L-2 visas, also J visas of all kinds except the medical kind. That means trainees, camp counselors, other au pairs, people who are working in a summer camp, all of them will be affected. So they will not get any visas issued after once the June 23rd has passed. Those with a valid stamp in their passport can enter the United States. Green card holders and their spouses and children can enter. U.S. citizen spouses and children can enter. All other people will not be allowed to enter or will not be issued a visa in particular categories overseas. Now, this does not affect student visas, by the way. There's no mention of student visas in this proclamation. There are prior proclamations that affect green card holders outside the United States. This proclamation affects green card holders outside the United States as well. If you have not been issued a green card, then you cannot enter the United States, and they will not process your application until the end of the year has passed. So what does this also mean for other persons who are on non-immigrant visa status? If you have applied for a non-immigrant visa status EB2, national interest waiver, and you're outside the country, and if unless that national interest waiver is in this area of diplomacy or defense or law enforcement, maybe if, treating COVID patients, doing some medical research that affects COVID patients, or whatever you are doing is in the national interests of the United States, then you may be allowed to enter. Now, this is completely on the discretion of the U.S. consular officer overseas, and that decision cannot be reviewed under normal circumstances. That means there is no appeal. You can't go to somebody and say, I don't like this visa denial, something has to be done. In general, there isn't that cannot happen. If a visa denial is denied, then you just try again and overcome the facts and circumstances for which you were denied before. So then the last part I'd like to talk about is how does it affect employers. Now, employers will probably face higher scrutiny, hire many more job site visits to check on visa holders. They also may face higher fees for employing people from overseas, non-citizens. Then visa holders themselves will now be required to give their fingerprints, biometrics, a lot more questioning of the reasons why they are here, want to apply for the visa in the United States. Lastly, I'd like to say that if there is any criminal record now, if there is even an arrest or even without conviction, or you are charged with any crime, however small, for instance, disorderly conduct, leaving the scene of an accident, all those things are going to be highly scrutinized, and your work permit may be denied based on the fact that you've been arrested, charged, or convicted of those offenses. My advice is please don't leave the United States. Continue to remain here if you're already in the United States in current valid visa status. Keep your visa status valid at all times. Make your applications early to the United States Immigration Service so that you are able to stay in status and you are able to continue to work. Applications within the United States are still being processed. Thank you very much. Our law firm is MLO Law LLC. I'm the principal attorney. I have two other attorneys working with me, one in the area of immigration and the other one in the estate planning. And we have a secondary office in Chicago. If you call 314-932-7111, our office will answer you and direct you accordingly. Good luck and all the very best, and see you in our next video. Subscribe to our channel so you can get more timely news both on immigration, estate planning, and elder law. Thank you.